Why does porn feel so harmless at first, yet end up trapping millions in a cycle they can't escape? That's what we're going to uncover in this video. Porn addiction isn't just a habit, it can actually hijack your brain like a powerful drug. You might think it's just a few minutes here and there, but before you know it, hours have gone by, and you're still stuck in the same loop. Some even say it can be more addictive than cigarettes or alcohol. So why is quitting so difficult? Behind this struggle lies a hidden science that most people never learn about. And here's the good news. By understanding how it works, you can take control back. In this video, I'll break down the science, expose the tricks your brain falls for, and most importantly, guide you step by step on how to finally break free and reclaim your life.
So why do people get so trapped by pornography? You might think it's just about lust or a simple dopamine hit. But what if I told you the real reason is something way deeper? Something that has less to do with desire and everything to do with escape. Okay, let's get into it.
You know, for a lot of people, the story starts in a really similar way. One story from the source material starts when this guy was just 13. A friend at school, all jittery and excited, tells him to go home, lock his door, and type 3 little letters into Google. And when he did, and those images loaded, his first thought was, wow, I've found a treasure. And you've got to remember, back then, his exposure to anything remotely like this was practically zero. Maybe a quick scene in a movie his parents weren't watching. So stumbling upon an entire website dedicated to it, it was like discovering a secret, hidden world. It felt huge, exciting, and like a secret he could never, ever tell.
But as you can probably guess, that initial thrill, well, it didn't last. At first, it just felt like a harmless little secret. But slowly, very slowly, he started noticing changes in himself. And none of them were good.
He had zero energy. His mind was just foggy all the time, making it impossible to really focus on anything. And whenever he'd catch his reflection in the mirror, he just felt gross. He actually described it as feeling like a sweaty, disgusting goblin. And the crazy part was, he didn't get why, because the world was telling him this stuff was totally fine, even healthy. An educational tool, some people called it. But his reality felt a whole lot different.
And here's the kicker. That whole narrative, the it's perfectly normal, it's healthy thing, that is not an accident, not even close. It's part of a massive, incredibly well-funded propaganda system, and it's all designed to keep you hooked.
Just let this number sink in for a second. $100 billion. That's the estimated size of the pornography industry. We're not talking a $10 million business. We're not even talking $10 billion. This is a global behemoth. So why does that number matter so much? Well, it's pretty simple. An industry that huge has one goal and one goal only: profit. And to protect those profits, they have to make sure their product is seen as acceptable, totally normal, and even desirable. And that, right there, is where the tidal wave of misinformation comes from. All that money fuels a machine that works around the clock to normalize what is, for so many, a really serious addiction. I mean, there are even accounts of teachers in high school telling students that it was a natural, healthy thing to explore. It's basically the equivalent of telling a drug addict that their habit is actually good for them. It's the ultimate seal of approval, just encouraging you to go deeper and deeper. But this brings us to the most crucial point of all, and it's probably not what you think. The real addiction isn't about the content. It's not about dopamine. It's not about lust. It's about what the content offers: a way out. The work of Dr. Alfei Kanji, a really respected psychiatrist, makes it all click. He argues that for most of his patients, the website isn't the source of the problem at all. It's a symptom. It's serving as their escape route. So what's an escape mechanism? It's really just anything we do to avoid feeling bad. You know that feeling when you're feeling empty or down, anxious, or just plain lost? We look for a distraction, a temporary fix to numb the pain. The urge to use porn doesn't hit when life is great. It hits when life feels empty. Think about it like this. Picture a really good day. You wake up early, you're full of energy, you're getting things done, you have a great chat with your family. In that moment, is the thought of locking yourself away to watch porn even on your radar? No way, right? Now picture a bad day.
You wake up late, you doom scroll on your phone for an hour, you eat junk food, and you're putting off that big project you know you should be doing. You look around and think, my life is a mess. That is the moment. That's when your brain signals for an escape.
And this is exactly where the trap snaps shut, because using this escape doesn't actually solve the problem that's making you feel bad. In fact, it kicks off a vicious, self-perpetuating cycle that makes everything a million times worse.
So here's how that nasty loop works. Let's walk through it. Step 1. It all starts with that feeling of emptiness, or just zero motivation. Step 2. Your brain, desperate for relief, starts looking for a quick escape hatch. Step 3. You find that temporary refuge online, but the relief is like super short-lived. And that brings us to step 4, the crash. The shame and the guilt come rushing in, and your mood is now even worse than before. Step 5, this just magnifies the original problem, making that feeling of emptiness even deeper. And where does that lead? Straight to step 6. The negative feelings are now so intense that you need to escape all over again. The cycle repeats, and it just pulls you down further every single time.
This cycle can feel absolutely impossible to get out of. I mean, it can keep you trapped for years, maybe even decades. So, the million-dollar question is, how do you actually break free?
While the solution isn't about gritting your teeth and using willpower to just stop, that's only half the battle. The real key, the game changer, is to build a life that is so awesome and fulfilling that you don't feel the need to escape from it anymore.
So this is the critical mindset shift. Don't focus on restriction, focus on creation. The goal isn't just to stop doing a bad thing, it's to start building a good life. A life that you're genuinely proud of, a life that actually excites you.
And what does that kind of life look like? It's about becoming the best possible version of yourself, inside and out. It means getting into excellent physical shape and working toward financial freedom with something that you find meaningful. But it also means building up the inside, creating strong relationships, developing rock-solid self-confidence, and making your mental health a non-negotiable priority. It's the whole shebang.
Here's a really powerful way to think about it. See your life as a statue that you are personally carving. When you dedicate yourself to making every single part of that statue, your health, your career, your relationships, beautiful and strong, there's just no room left for a destructive habit. The whole idea of escaping from the masterpiece you're building starts to seem ridiculous.
So I'll just leave you with this question. Every single day, every choice you make, you're picking up a hammer and chisel. You are actively shaping your future self. So what statue are you building?
All right, folks. Thanks so much for sticking around till the end. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to drop a like. It really helps me out. Make sure to subscribe so you won't miss the next one. And leave me a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts and chat with you. See you in the next video. Take care.